What is going on, everybody? It's Jessup here, coming to you today with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. But today, we are talking leaks, we're talking Rose Tico, we're talking Galactic Legends. But before I get into everything, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, for those that may not have seen it, there's a leaked photo going around on new Rey requirements. Now, again, this is a leak, this isn't confirmed. Nothing here is confirmed except for what is in part 1 of 4 with the Rey Jedi training needing 7-star Relic 7, Finn 7-star Relic 5, and Resistance Trooper 7-star Relic 5. After that, Rey Scavenger Relic 2, 7-star Relic 2, BB-8 7-star Relic 2, and R2-D2 7-star Relic 2. After seeing the Relic 7 and Relic 5 requirements, I was super excited because I was like, oh, Relic 2, that's not too bad, right? And then you come down to Resistance Hero Finn, Resistance Hero Poe, and Rose Tico, all needing 7 stars and Relic 5. Now, I'm going to stop here for a second, and I'm going to talk about the fact of, one, Finn's Resistance Hero Finn and Resistance Hero Poe aren't even farmable yet. So, people like myself, who don't have, like, I have the marquee portions, but they're not out and farmable, so trying to work on these characters by March is going to be impossible for me. Granted, I wasn't going to get them right away, but even then, that's just adding on to my grind and requirements that I'm going to need to put on myself to get Finn in, Resistance Hero Finn, Resistance Hero Poe, as soon as they come out and are farmable. And then talking about Rose Tico, 7-star Relic 5. There's a lot of hate for Rose Tico in this game, a lot of hate, and I can understand it. And looking at her kit a little bit more, really not that great of a kit, but I would like to think that with her being Relic 5, she's gonna have some viability in a team somewhere, just so we don't all gear her up to Relic 5 and just put her in the closet somewhere and never use her again. So I was trying to put on my tinfoil hat and thinking of ways that maybe Rose Tico might be viable at 7 stars, Relic 5. And I'm drawing a blank. Not even gonna lie. So, I'm not the greatest theory crafter. I had some ideas in my head, maybe with the new Resistance Hero Poe and Finn. Maybe she might have some synergy with them. But until I actually get Resistance Hero Finn and Poe and Rose Tico, 7 stars, fully maxed out, everything. I'm not going to be able to do too much theory crafting with that, but it is a thought that I had that she might be useful. And then next we're going to go down and talk about Radis, potentially Holdo needing to 7-star her ship, Poe Dameron's ship, X-Wing, Resistance X-Wing, and then Zori Bliss's Y-Wing. So here's another character that we don't have yet. So we don't have the Radis, we don't have Zori Bliss's Y-Wing. So that's just 2 more requirements thrown on top of us that aren't even farmable yet. So I am curious to see how they come out with these characters, especially if we are actually getting Zori Bliss's Y-Wing. That means we're going to need to get Zori Bliss and her Y-Wing. How are they going to be farmable? Where are we going to be able to get them? Maybe they throw her in a canteen. Maybe they throw her on an energy node. Or maybe we can farm them out of the stores, which would be preferred, in my opinion. Just so I can spread out my currency a little bit more. And some currency I don't really need too much of. Others I do. So I'd be really curious to see how they do that. Now, with that, that leaves us at least four Resistance characters that aren't farmable yet. The event is supposed to come out, I'm thinking, mid to late March, but we don't have these characters yet, so how are we even supposed to farm them, right? So I'm going to switch back over to my game, and I'm going to talk about what we might need for First Order, because I have this feeling that people are going to see this Rose Tico 5's 7-star Relic 5, and they're going to lose their mind. I'm sure some of you already have. But thinking that First Order won't be as bad, right? But looking at it, there's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 characters out for First Order. And then switching over to their ships. already passed it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. They have 4 ships already. So, thinking that if they don't add anything else except for the capital ships that they already talked about for First Order, we have the bare minimum for First Order. Now, does that make you feel any better that all these characters except for one for First Order are pretty much out there and available? Because General Hux and Sith Trooper should be coming out soon-ish, we hope. That they're going to be a little bit farmable, a little bit easier and farmable. I did spend a little bit on Sith Trooper and General Hux, just because I'm a First Order fan. I got a little one that I call Kylo because he's a crazy boy. But that's why I splurged a little on the First Order. But thinking, what else can First Order really get that they're going to need to get Galactic Legend Kylo Ren? There's not much out there. You know, there's the Knights of Ren, and maybe a couple other like random onesie-twosie characters. But in my head, thinking back to the movie, the movies, I should say, I didn't really see any other star characters that come out. So that will be very interesting to see if that is a thing. Now, with that though, do these requirements change how you or how anybody's gonna go after these Galactic Legends? Now, personally myself, I don't really see myself getting Galactic Legends when they first drop in mid to late March anyway, because as you can see on my account, I am nowhere near ready to go after any of these characters. But I have farming goals in mind for these characters. Like Jedi Training Rey, I'm gearing her up anyway for the raids. Same for C-3PO, just because I need her, and Resistance Trooper because I need him. Now, some of these other ones I'm not going to really spend too much time or effort on, or I wasn't going to spend too much time or effort on, but now I might need to start looking at that Resistance Pilot, and then going from there. But I was also thinking, putting my tinfoil hat on for a minute, I was like, it's really convenient that they gave us Resistance Pilot in the Hyperdrive bundle. And I was thinking to myself, when the Hyperdrive bundle came out, I was like, why are we getting some of these characters? Some of these characters made no sense to me. But you get Resistance Pilot, you get Resistance Trooper, you get First Order Trooper. Let's go up to my First Order again. You get First Order Stormtrooper, all out of the Hyperdrive bundle. And that, you know, some of these characters weren't that great, so it didn't make sense to me. But now it's starting to make sense. So maybe Capital Games actually had an idea and they wanted to kind of like prep us for some of the stuff that they're coming out with, especially with these new Galactic Legends. Now, again, none of this is confirmed, right? So we got to keep our tinfoil hats on. But looking at this, what are the teams that are going to come out of? We're going to look at Resistance because that's kind of like the big hot topic right now. What other teams are going to come out of this? So essentially, once we like get Resistance Trooper to Relic 5, like, yes, he's going to be good for the raids, but where else are you going to use them? Grand Arena, Territory Wars, things like that. But Rose Tico, how are you going to use her? And then that's where I put my tinfoil hat on earlier. And I was thinking, if she gets turn meter for all the critical hits that you do, and then you can just continue to stun, and which then dazes them for 2 turns, that might be useful somewhere, somehow, doing something. What that is, I don't know yet. So if you have ideas on where we could potentially use Rose Tico after everybody gears her up and gets her to Relic 5, that'd be great. Same for Scavenger Rey. I use Scavenger Rey in my Grand Arena, just because her Fury and Leverage deal a lot of damage for me in Grand Arena in my division right now. So I use her and she's useful there. But what are some of the combos that you're thinking about using for some of these Galactic Legend characters that we have to level up and gear up to Gear 13 and Relic 5? I'm really interested and curious to see what you have. What are your thoughts on this? And going from there, like, how does Capital Games expect us to take care of everything that we need to do when we have 4 resistance characters that aren't even farmable yet? It's kind of my soapbox for the day, but I'm excited. I am super excited about these Galactic Legend characters. I'm excited about Kylo. I'm excited about Rey. I'm just not excited about the requirements and how I thought coming back in mid-January, you know, saying that they're going to reveal more stuff to us as the time comes. It's almost the middle of February. We have about a month left before the Galactic Legends event's supposed to drop, and we're still only at 1 of 4 for both Rey and Kylo. That's a little disappointing to me, but that's all I have for today. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and until next time, have a good one.